Good evening, everyone. This is Haitham Mahmoud from Birmingham City University. So today I'll present Context-Aware Intelligent Networks designed for enhanced user experience. This work is actually part from the research group work where we're trying to redefine the way of network to prioritize the user experience. Starting our poster with, as you're all aware, with a modern network, there are multiple dynamic parameters such as data rate, coverage, latency. Those parameters came to play. And they have to be considered, all of them, to make sure we are doing the right decision. So that's why we are highlighting the need of understanding the context of scenario we have, and as well as when it comes to designing the intelligent system, we need to shift from a shift from the mindset where we have a pure technical optimization to a user experience driven approach, where we need to make sure we satisfy the user experience with what we are doing. That's why we are trying to explore how designing networks around user needs is more important rather than focus on the vendor framework, to trying to have more personalized, adaptable experience. And we have two use cases. We actually have two showcase. Each one of them is presented in two use cases in the coming slides. To provide our claim for supporting the context aware, we have used two showcases. The first one is resource allocation, because if you're all aware of the inefficiencies of using resources, especially in demand system within the dynamic environment. And the second application, which is spectrum management, which comes along with a scarcity of spectrum availability, which is also can be used, which can make use of the context aware of the system. Starting with the resource allocation. Within the resource allocation, we have two use cases. First one, we use meta learning, which can adapt quickly to the dynamic conditions by learning from the past, as well as integrating knowledge that coming through to understand the relationship between tasks and resources, which we manage to have efficient and informed decision making. The second use case, which we actually have a virtualized system between edge and the cloud, and we provided all the dynamic information, the historical data, as well as the new data to the reinforcement learning to learn about the system in order to give some decision making, and then we evaluated the system. So we used two different scenarios. First one, adaptive spectrum allocation, which we used uniform difference distribution to estimate the number of devices, which was happening while we're providing a real-time data. So we get to provide spectrum based on analyzing the ideal interval for good prediction of optimal transmission opportunity. The second use case, where we actually use cognitive radio networks while providing data in a dynamic environment with a service priority we have given to sense and allocate spectrum to those services or demands coming on board. Moving forward from embedding and understanding the context of training, which managed to support to have an adaptive learning process, to have a multiple perspectives, which will be human, not just a user-centric one. So that human could be designer, could be operator, could be different kind of human, to be able to have a more personalized and adaptable I would say system to dynamically fulfill that human needs. By doing that, we should be able to how to create a richer interactive experience for users and all different humans, which can transform the networks to be truly adaptive, user-centric, to redefine more innovation and services in the future. Thank you for listening, and I'm happy to take your questions.